So, where we left off there, though, you guys are in the vault here, having just destroyed the last of the sepulchre's phylacteries contents there, and the guardian is destroyed, at least the physical embodiment for the moment. But from what you understood here, if you got at least 4 of them destroyed, that the place would start to rattle and crush in on itself and destroy the whole place here, which is what is about to occur here. Hopefully, we have Justin here shortly. And you don't know where the portal will be, but you do know that Serana, the person of the Sirocco, Maibi's friend, the one who helped you get into here, is going to create a portal to be able to get you out of here, back into the kind of the main part of the deep vaults, not here in the phylactery vault. And you have to be able to make it to the portal before the place crushes in on itself, which is going to be essentially a round. So you may have like basically one guaranteed, potentially as far as 2, depending on some other factors that you don't know yet, to make it to the portal. And if you don't make it to the portal and this place crushes in, you're unlikely to be recoverable, I'll put it that way. So that's where we left off. It's kind of hard to plan without Justin as well. If you guys want to take a few minutes to discuss, we'll see if we get a reply. If not, maybe we'll Jaeger. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. What do you think?
Don't we just need to get to the portal now? Or
yes. Well, you don't know that yet, but you do know that the place is going to be rattling constantly. Movement is going to be very difficult. Where the portal is potentially could be risky as well, and the sepulchres are going off constantly.
Okay, well, if it pops up above, like, the gooey stuff, we can use the broom. That's fun. Well, for a couple of us.
Do I have any spell slots left? So I could probably do a freedom of movement or whatever. I think I'm pretty much out of slots.
I can cast haste on 2 people. Actually, let me check my sorcery points.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm out of spell slots.
You might not have to worry about me. I'm taking a look. I can cast the dimensional door, which would take me to wherever, so that way it's one less body to worry about.
What dimensional door, Sako?
Can you take someone with dimension door?
That one.
I'm not sure what dimensional door you're talking about, Sako. I don't think you have any spell slots left.
Yeah, I have one 5th level. That's what I wasn't using that last 5th level.
That 5th level is not. You don't actually have that. That's from your level up, which you don't actually have. You had 3 slots before the level up. Yeah, so you were at 0 out of 3 before the level up. You're at 1 out of 4 now because of the level up, which you don't actually have yet. Does that make sense? I realize that's complicated.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been doing this whole thing thinking I've been having 1 left.
Well, I mean, you didn't have that until last time. So, I mean, you're out of 3 before that. Justin's coming on.
Oh, well then. That was 5 months worth of planning out the window then for this one. I think I might have...
I mean, so what? Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure what spell you're talking about. You're actually talking about Dimension Door there. Yeah, you would need a spell slot for that.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately out. I have like a level 2 spell slot, and that's about it.
The Dimensional Door or the Arcane Gate, but I'm noticing no Arcane Gate and Dimensional Door. You said I don't technically have because that 3rd spell slot's gone.
Yeah,
I've been keeping that in my pocket for
that Arcane. Hang on, did you? I don't remember you using Arcane Gate.
Yeah, it still shows uses 0 out of 1.
You must have used it on one of the earlier ones. I don't know.
For months and months, I've been keeping those in my pocket for the escape.
Didn't we use? No, that was the other place we were in.
That was way before the long rest.
Yeah.
Who drank those potions? Did Nazim drink one?
I think so.
Oh, Nazim probably didn't because he gets spell slots back on short rests.
I did.
I did too, I believe.
Yeah.
That would be Pogo was the other one.
Yeah. Pogo, Norok, and Yeah, and Sarah, that
I'm not sure then what I'll do at this point, because I
Well,
swore I was
How
keeping
about
something
everybody?
in my
Yo,
pocket
dude.
for this
Hey,
very
dude.
day. I've been waiting for this day for 3 or 4 months now.
yeah. Let's see.
I've got haste, which will double somebody's movement speed, so they can at least be faster. I can cast
Is
it on
that
2
our-
people.
Is that on me still?
No, you
Okay.
dropped haste when you were still frozen or whatever.
Yes. I might not need it because I have 40 movement speed. So if I dash, I've got 80, and this place ain't too big. It might be enough for me to make a dash for it. So
Zarko, I thought you did have. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe when the level up was added, that it changed
I'm
your fifth down to
almost
1.
certain, because that's the reason why I've been doing nothing for 4 months. I've been holding that one spell for an escape.
Well, what I'm going to do is
I thought you had me too, to be honest.
yeah, I did.
thought-
I did too. That's because I remember looking at it before because he had mentioned it. So, Sako, you although I mean it technically would be the 4th, I'm just going to say that you still have the one spell slot, one regular pact magic slot,
I wasn't sure
for
if it
whatever you
was-
want to use it on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was an arcane gate or if it was
I think
the
I'm pretty sure you
door.
used the arcane gate like to get Ben down from the spikes or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that sounds. I feel like you used it like in the vampire room, maybe. Yeah, I feel like you did use that one, but the spell slot I'm pretty sure you did have because I remember a couple of times when you were Eldritch Blasting a bunch, looking at it, and you still had a spell slot then. So I just put that back on for you. It was. I'm guessing what happened there is when the level ups, when I applied the level ups, that it didn't adjust your spell slots. It just adjusted the max, but not the current, if that makes sense. So you still have the 1 there, and that could be the same for everybody. I mean, you're gonna have to play, honesty system here. Like if you actually had an available spell slot that you're sure about. But there's been so many weird bugs with this version of it anyway, or that, well, at least the update of it, if not the version itself. Sorry, that's still a little bit loud. I'm gonna bump that down a little bit.
I was pretty low on spell slots, so I don't think I actually have any left.
Yeah, I think everybody was pretty well tapped
Like,
out. But I'm
the
pretty
thing
sure I
is,
remember.
like,
What's that?
So to
Yeah.
answer your question in the very beginning, I can cast Dimensional Door and I can take one willing creature of my size or smaller with me. So my size or smaller can come with me if needed. So I could take one.
You guys are all pretty close together too. So
Yeah, you guys are all pretty much within 40 feet of the gate. Aren't we going to the one right by me?
so you don't know where the gate is just yet.
Oh.
So yeah, sorry, Justin came in the middle of all that discussion there. Real quick, just to go over those. Still a bunch of broken things. I may have to rebuild some stuff in Foundry. I don't think most of the things that are broken are affecting you guys. One of the things that's super annoying is that anytime I click on any of you, it will like randomly pull you across the screen into other places. So I may have to like put you guys back, and you'll have to just ignore if it moves you across a wall that you're not supposed to be able to see through and that kind of stuff. So, anyways, mostly irritating for me. I don't think it'll bother you guys too much.
So I do have a thunder step, so don't worry about me. I can get anywhere on this map.
Okay. I haven't finished adding all the level up stuff yet, but you guys don't technically have that stuff yet anyways until a long rest. The HP maxes are already added, so you technically have a little bit of like a health buffer that you wouldn't otherwise have, and I'm not going to remove those just for that. So, but the reminder point here, since you jumped in the middle of it too, Justin, is this is a very dangerous spot you guys are in right now because you guys have already dealt with the boss guy in here, but the sepulchers are constantly exploding. They're not just once per round anymore. You guys need to be aware of that. They're just going off nonstop, and because there's only maybe a round and a half or so before you guys have to get through the portal before the whole place collapses in on itself. That 1 or 2 bad dice rolls could mean character deaths. So keep that in mind. You guys are welcome to plan for a moment here, and then we will get into initiative and resume from there.
Have we reached out to What's Your Face to open a portal?
That's
I thought
Serana
you
you're talking about.
did
Serana?
at the end of the last game.
Because
Yeah,
she's the
you
one
would-
that's supposed to open it back up, right?
Yeah, so you guys, as a reminder here too, this vault is not connected to physically connected to the rest of the deep vaults, like the blood pens and the areas that you guys were in previously. This part is down by the core of the planet, and it's being held aloft by a shell that's around it. And as soon as that shell is broken, which is what you guys just did, now the gravity of the planet is going to crush this place. So you'd have to be teleported back into the main part of the deep vaults, which is what she's going to help you do.
So step one, whoever's next needs to reach out and have her open. I'm guessing we just don't know which one of the 4 she'll be opening, so we just need to request she opens the gate in the sepulchre, whatever it's called.
Sepulcher.
Sepulchre? The sepulchre?
Did we finished destroying everything, right?
You did.
Yeah.
Yep.
That we needed to.
We just need to
Yeah,
get GTFO.
Yeah, the place is constantly rattling. In fact, I have that. I wasn't sure how well it would work, but it actually does work okay. So, anyway, yeah, the place is already beginning to tear itself apart.
This is like my hand when I'm trying to do MS Paint.
Just use AI. Everything's AI generated now.
Eh.
You know what'll be cool, and they're not quite there yet. When I don't like AI art stuff generally, anyways, but if I could just type a prompt into an AI generator and have it like spit out an appropriate battle map that is actually suitable, like will cover the stuff that I want it to do, that'll be really cool.
They have a couple paid things for D&D where they'll make AI-generated creatures and AI-generated maps.
Mm-hmm.
But there's it's kind of like a Patreon almost type thing. You got to pay a monthly fee for it. I don't know how good they are, but there's a few of those popped up. They've created their own little algorithm or whatever.
I have a few, artists that I, subscribe to the Patreons for, not for battle maps specifically, but for like tokens and other things that I don't mind, covering for those. But eventually, I mean, it'll put actual artists out of work, which does suck. But the battle maps one will be really handy because even then, when it's something that an artist has made, it's never exactly what I need. So if I can tell it specifically what it, instead of having to adapt to a pre-existing map, that'll be nice.
All right.
All right. So with that, then this is the start of the 10th round. The portal is going to open. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal it so you guys can see where it is. She over the Rocky Talkies yells that she is opening and she's gonna hold it open as long as she can. That is, I'm just warning you guys, that will be between 6 to maybe 10 seconds. Well, like maybe a round and a half, probably at the far end. And Sarah's first. Keep in mind, once you go through that, you can't come back, and anybody left in here probably needs a whole new character.
No pressure.
Yeah, just leaving people behind might be, difficult if there's any risk that they can't make it.
No pressure. Have a good game, folks.
Oh, sorry. Is it my turn? You cut out. I couldn't hear anything for a minute.
Oh, yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. So, fuck. I don't.
And what I said there when you cut out, because that might be relevant, is anybody once you go through that, you can't come back, and anyone that's left in here, let's say after the portal closes, after she can't hold it open anymore, is probably going to need a new character.
Okay. DM question.
Mm-hmm.
If I get there, can I hold my action to jump through the portal until everybody goes through, as long as I'm there?
You're gonna get fucking rocked by the terrain, though.
Yeah, yes. The answer is yes, but those sepulchers are exploding the entire time. There is no stop. So traveling through them means you are having to eat that on the way through, and standing there means eating it on every turn.
Okay. Sure, nobody wants haste, because I can pop that on 2 people before I leave.
I mean, we still have our action as a dash, so
Okay.
we're not. I feel like everyone can at worst run there, but
It's like
70 feet.
So
So the problem here is we just need, like, if you guys have any way of like dimension dooring, like Nazim said, or thunderstepping, something like that.
I'm fine. I can get there. I have the broom and Misty Step.
So what we think, just to confirm, like, DM question, is Pogo basically, is this thing going off to where as soon as you go into the vicinity of the middle, you're gonna have to roll a con check to against these? So just so you know, like, you guys are outside the realm of this. I'm probably gonna have to roll at the beginning of my turn, but when you fly the broom to the middle, you're gonna get hit. Is she technically gonna hit by all 4? Because I think that's gonna TKO anybody. Or does she get hit by 1?
It's just 1. But
so
sitting
one
there means hitting it every turn. So when I said every turn, I mean every turn, not every round.
Yeah.
So if you tried to stay, and you're just outside of it, but I think you did that on purpose, if I remember right, Justin. You're just outside the ring.
Yeah, I might be just outside of it.
Yeah.
When we toss that dude in.
Yeah.
But do you understand that? Like, if you fly through, if you have enough hit points, it's probably okay, but you are still going to get hit with that blaster. I think, if I remember correctly, it does around 40-ish damage.
That'll be fine. I can take that. Alright, then if everybody's fine, I'm just gonna fly through, which will get me most of the way there, and then use my Misty Step to go through.
How long is Misty Step?
30 feet. And I'm like 25 feet short with the broom, I think. Was what it was.
I feel like you could almost get around the explosion. Oh, you'd be so close.
All right, Sarah, if that's what you're doing, go ahead and make that DC 18 Wisdom save.
Does Norak definitely have enough hit points and a way to get the fuck out?
Oh, sorry. Also, Sarah, it is a DC 12 deck save before you make anything else. Sorry.
Oh, god damn it. Alright, well, I just did the
And real,
5. What is the D4 from?
where the fuck is Sarah? I didn't see her
From
on
the
the map.
exhaustion, she's invisible. Well, she's invisible to you
Oh.
still. It's the new feat we were talking about right before
okay.
you joined. She's actually invisible, like flat out invisible. Well,
Wow.
shit. Okay, so what that was supposed to be is a deck save for being rocked off your feet, but because you're on the
I'm on the
broom,
broom.
you are on the broom. Make another deck save to hold on to the broom to see whether you fall off or not.
Ugh. Man,
It's only DC 12 for you.
I
Everybody else
am
is DC 18.
rolling terrible, man.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2 last time. Oh,
All right, so you managed to hang on to the broom. The broom speed is not affected by it because it's a separate creature, so you are still able to fly through. You are going to take the full blast from the explosion, though. These UI elements are really huge.
oh, that's fine.
28 damage. All right.
Not bad.
Oops, sorry. Back there. All right, so Sarah, you with 28 damage, you fly to the edge and then teleport your way through. Go ahead and mark off your spell slot. Let me find you here. There you are. I'm going to move you just to, recognize who's moved through and who isn't. I'll put you on the other map once we get there. I'm just going to move you over here, Sarah. You're kind of between the planes there. You are through. You are no longer able to, communicate. Well, you could still walkie-talkie. You can't see what's happening here, of course, but you can walkie-talkie to people.
All
right. That was action, bonus action, and movement. That it for Sarah then?
That is my turn.
That's another weird bug. You guys don't see that, okay? I see constant spell spam of like the spell slots every time you guys make any changes. It shows like every single spell slot. That's not supposed to happen that way either. Yeah.
I don't think I'm concentrating on anything.
I don't remember. You did have haste before. I don't know if that was safe. So that's what I was talking about. How I just accidentally moved you up. Oh, maybe it was polymorph. Okay.
That should have
Isn't
dropped
invisibility? Is invisibility concentration, or is that a
She
pop-
used the Immateria salve. Yeah.
Got it.
See if I can click on you without messing that up. Temporary effects invisible. You are still invisible. Oh, that D4, by the way, was from the exhaustion from drinking the potion. Oh, it was slow that you had concentrated earlier. I just removed it.
Yeah, that would have dropped.
Yeah. All right, that is it for Sarah. Bringing us to Pogo.
I gotta double check. I can't remember if halflings are small or regular size. All right,
They're
we're
definitely small.
All right, just want to double check. So I can't take anyone else with my spell. So I have already used that. All right,
Or
I'm gonna help the rest of the team.
well, not that anybody's gonna like just bail, but does anybody before anybody else does bail, just in case, is anybody going to need help getting out of here that is going to be stranded if others leave?
Am I gonna be able to just like dash and get there?
As long as you have enough hit points to withstand the thing.
Well, hang on. While that's true, the problem is if the place is shaking constantly, if you fail that deck save first, you get knocked prone. If you get knocked prone, you have half speed. Half speed means maybe not being able to make it.
Right. Okay, well I had put freedom of movement on Nora, so he should be fine, but I don't know if I could affect more than one person with it. Where the hell is the spell?
I think I would have enough movement, if you want me to grab you and run you like a football.
Sure.
As long as it doesn't slow me down. I don't know if it does or not. Does it, Chief? Since she's the same size as me, technically.
She's smaller.
She's medium.
I mean, you're both,
But I have
in
the strength of a
categories.
large, so.
Yeah, exactly. And then Yogg have the mountain build or whatever that's called. The thing where you like pushing, pulling, and stuff like that is all done at a size larger than you. That thing.
Okay.
Which means you can carry her without affecting your speed.
So if you want me to, we can try that, Fox. It's up to you,
Sure.
though.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, Fox can always try to get there, and then you can just pick her up if she fucking falls.
True. Just try to run along the straight line that I'm on as much as you can, Fox.
I'm just.
Well, either way,
just-
I'll catch you on the way. So.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. I'm just reminding you guys, if anybody fails that deck save and falls because of the earthquaking, because of the shaking of the place, it's going to be disastrous if you're in here, nobody else able to help you, and you fall down. Like, that's end of character type thing. So
Nazim and Justin, are you guys going to be able to make it there? Because I
have no
I'm not
problem.
going to be able to trip, and I have advantage on deck saves too and stuff.
Yeah, I have
so
no problem at all.
Okay.
I'm
Okay, guys.
floating, so I don't know if the shaking of the ground will affect me, but I also have a spell for a dimensional door that I can just swoop someone up within 5 feet and then bring them with me straight into the portal.
You want to bring Fox with you then?
the DCs, just so that you guys are prepared for this, Nazim, yours is a DC 16 instead of 18. 18 is normal for anybody feet on the ground. DC 16 for you, Nazim, because the ground is still hitting your feet. It's shaking. You're not repelled by the ground, and if it moves up a foot and hits your feet, it's still going to hit you. Does that make sense? And it's quaking. So I made it a DC 16 for you. It was a DC 12 for Sarah because she was on the broom and therefore far less likely to be hit by it. So even though she's still vested up, but
It's just real bad rolls right off the gate.
which is what I was concerned about, because I'd rather you guys not die through this, but we'll see what happens.
All right,
You can go ahead and make your exit then, Bugger.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thunderstep.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna fucking put myself basically at the portal, falling.
Okay, and jump through. Okay. It'll still be. I mean, you still are in space enough to get hit by, or to have to make the save. So DC 18 Wisdom
Sorry.
for the
DC
breach blast.
18 Wisdom.
Yeah, I can hit it for you in the chat to make it easier. If I can click this without moving that thing constantly. There you go. It's in the chat.
That'll work.
Ooh,
Oh
nice.
shit!
All right.
Oh well, it's a banjo, but I don't think it matters. I had the
No,
banjo.
it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so half damage. For
Damn.
half of 25, so 13.
Cool.
Becky, did it disconnect you?
Go grab the rest of my dinner. I'll be right back.
No?
Okay.
Oh.
It popped up a thing saying you'd reconnected, so.
Oh.
All right, I moved Pogo out, so Pogo has rushed through the portal. Sarah and Pogo, well, Pogo has stepped away, but I'll tell you guys what you see on the other side here shortly. Bringing us to Norok.
Muted.
Alrighty. I'm going to see if I can make a run for it. I'm going to dash.
Both Arteme and Nazim are after you, and they both have very few hit points. They might not survive the blast.
I can have a second round to move.
No, hang on. It was the beginning of his turn, right?
What's that?
It was the beginning of his turn.
What do you mean? What's the beginning of his turn?
Norok just started his turn, and he was
Yeah.
near
Healing
the
totem.
spirit.
Yeah. Healing Spirit would be, yeah. I mean, Norok's not the one I'm concerned about. He's got hit points enough to be able to survive it. But
I should be
Nazim and
okay.
Arteme both are really low. But you still probably want to roll it, though, Fox. It was, I don't remember what level you casted at. Normal? Low level?
Do I roll it again?
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna be
mean,
able to just click on it and then
let me see.
found it.
Hey, all right, good roll. So another 6 hit points for you, Holmes.
Thank you.
I think it's just gonna disappear after all of our turns, though.
Yeah.
I'm
So
assuming that.
with dash, you make it?
Yeah,
Oh,
with
yeah.
dash, I'm assuming I can hop over that sepulcher without too much extra movement, right?
Yeah, it's only 4 feet tall, so you can kind of
I would
jump
still have
up to it
20.
and jump down.
I would
Okay.
still have 20 extra feet from where I am right now. Was that 20 enough to get over that? sepulcher
Yeah, to get into the
fairly?
portal? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, make your DC 18
Yeah.
Wisdom. Here, I'll hit that. there. And you are still raging too. Ooh, 20. All right, so half damage. Can I not apply it there? No, I have to do it in here.
I have resistance to necrotic too. So.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, it would be 15, would reduced again to 8.
Okay.
All right, and then you.
That's it for me.
Okay,
I'm actually
so
stepping in.
you are stepping in.
Well, no, I'm actually going to wait. You know what? I'm going to wait a second.
You're going to take the blast every turn.
Yeah.
I mean, you have. I mean, that resistance isn't going to fall off.
I do have another second to step back in, like, right, if I need to, like when the rest of the team's coming through. This
You
is
don't
my
know.
last chance to move at all.
You don't know.
Well, I'm going to have to chance it then. I'm going to wait a second then.
Okay. All right. That'll
I'm
bring us to.
one more step away, so hopefully I can.
Are you?
fall
Yeah,
back
you're just going to
where
stand right outside the edge of the portal. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. That'll bring us to Arteme.
Okay. I think I was going into the dimensional door with Nazim.
Okay.
Is that
So
the plan?
you tell me.
Yeah, I guess.
I think you applied that to Norok. Maybe did you have Norok targeted or something? There we go.
No.
I don't know. I can't tell if these. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
I have the
You
healing
rolled that.
spirit targeted.
Yeah. So it's a thing with a new version here, and I don't like how it handles some stuff. Basically, I get constantly spammed with all these things like people spell slots and stuff. Every time you change something, but you see like that, you rolled the 4, and then it showed like it had applied it to Norok, but I don't think it actually did because Norok has more hit points than that. Norok is at 132.
That was for me. His should have been the higher one.
Yeah, well,
I don't know,
he's
it's just
at 132. Yeah, it's just I think it's just either a bug or something that isn't working quite right with the new version here. So, all right. So you are holding your action then for Nazim. Then is that what the plan is?
Yeah. He
Okay.
said he could bring somebody smaller, and Pogo was already on the other side and took off.
Okay.
He's like across.
All right, and then in that case, that brings us to Nazim.
All right. Do I get any healing from this spirit here?
You should, yeah.
Yeah, 1d6.
Get this thing.
Let me roll that really quick here.
Yeah.
Fox has got to roll it for you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Another 4.
So that brings me up to this. Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do is I will now cast a dimensional door and pull her with me.
Okay.
And the, I guess, exit point of the door. I'm assuming this gate is just a sphere of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a
The
big bubble.
exit will be literally on the event horizon right above the sphere, so we fall right in.
Okay. I mean, you'll still be in the. There's no avoiding it. You will be in the blast radius, but you will be. You'll potentially fall in even if you were unconscious, I guess, if you did it above the sphere.
Mhm.
Hang on. We have the question there of this being odd gravity. You know what? I guess because I mean, it's at the point anyway, so the gravity would still be falling into it from all directions.
Honestly, the spell says you can say anywhere you want, so technically I could just say center of the sphere.
No, you can't do that. The sphere itself is not in the same place. Like that'd be like saying you could use it to teleport into a different plane, which you can't do.
All right, assuming how gravity works, literally on the event horizon, just above the sphere, so we fall right in.
Okay.
If that's
All right.
how gravity works.
And Arteme, obviously you're not resisting. Then you're going into the portal.
Yep.
All right. Then in that case, both of you make your click on that for yourselves to click on the DC 18 Wisdom save. You might have to scroll up a little bit for there.
Oh, it's a new screen.
Well, Fox, you rolled it from the healing spirit, but you rolled. Well, the dice number was an 11. What's your modifier, Fox, for wisdom? It's like a +5, I think.
Wisdom?
Yeah. It wouldn't be enough.
Yeah,
You'd have
+5.
+7. Yeah. Okay. So that still fails. And then Sako.
Trying to see if I have that bardic. Still have that bardic thing here. I don't think I do.
I think you used it, if I
I
remember
used it.
right. Yeah, because you were tethered by the lich at the end there.
Okay, so normal roll coming up.
Yeah, DC 18. Oh, nice. All right. Where's the +6 coming from? You have a +4 from your modifier. I don't know where that 6 is coming from.
That's from one of those other things that I got or something. One of the skills or something.
There's not really any skills that add the that high of a modifier though. Your wisdom is a +4, so that's where the 4 is coming from. So that would be a 15, which would still fail. I don't know where. You guys don't have anything that should be adding 6 to a wisdom to save throw, do you? All right.
I just left it the way it is. I don't.
Ben's also got a +6.
Did it?
Yeah.
What would that be coming
Oh, the feast! I forgot the feast.
That's advantage, though.
advantage.
Yeah, that's advantage. Which I mean, I didn't think about that. You guys should have been rolling those with advantage. Fox, go ahead and roll yours. We'll count it as a save, Nazim, or as a success. It's still half damage, but as a save. Fox, re-roll yours because you rolled an 11. Just re-roll it from yourself, not from the spirit, and we'll count that for the advantage. All right, natural 20. All right. So half damage from those. This is not half. This is the full amount, and then it'll be half of that. So it'll be 13 to each of you.
13. Got it.
Should we do after this? Should we do a couple test rolls? See if it's trying to add weird shit.
Yeah, because that's what I'm concerned about. Is that something's not working like it's supposed to with all the other weird bugs that are happening.
Stupid math.
Yeah, it's like it. Yeah, I think.
Oh, Norix has a +6 too.
Yeah, that's what Becky had noticed. That I didn't notice it when it first rolled.
Might be that way though, because I have one of my feats or whatever gave me the extra advantage for saving throws on them, but not advantage, but proficiency or whatever for saving throws on wisdom.
Well, mine is showing. Yeah, but mine is showing.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
the issues for the healing spirit that would have disappeared after it healed us anyway.
That's fine, Fox.
Mine doesn't have it on mine.
Yeah, it doesn't have it on mine either.
Yeah. All right.
I have a +0.
Because I mean, your modifiers would just be your wisdom modifier. That's all, which is already shown there. So I don't know where the other thing is coming from.
Oh no, because it had the minus from the D6. I'm guessing. Well. Would it show the minus on the D4? I'm sorry, minus on the D4?
It did. It showed for, at least for Becky, she had the -1d4 because of the exhaustion thing. I'm looking at effects here.
Oh,
mine. See...
No, mine's showing it. Do you mind if I roll something real quick?
Go right ahead. Yeah. I don't see anything on Ben's that should have given the +6 in the effects table.
I'm gonna roll another wisdom save. Yeah, it's got a D4 on here for minus.
That looks normal. Yeah, yours looks normal.
Yep.
+1 from your modifier, -1d4. So you did like that 6 isn't on there for you, and I don't know where it's coming from for Ben and Taco and Arteme. Wait, did Artemis have the D6 on there too? Yeah, it did. Yeah. Weird. All right, I'll have to figure it out. In the meantime, though, Nazim, you open a dimension door, exiting directly above the portal sphere, pulling Arteme with you. The explosion blasts, damaging both of you. I don't think it was enough to take either of you unconscious, was it? 13 damage?
No.
Okay.
No.
Arteme, same for you?
Oh, yeah, I see it. It says 10 plus 6.
Yeah.
Temporary maximum hit.
Sorry, what was that?
Well, that's temporary hit points. That's not the wisdom save. Yeah.
Right.
Arteme, the 13 damage applied from... You already applied that damage?
Yeah, I applied it.
And it was not enough to take you unconscious, right?
No, I went down to 25 HP from like
Great.
30 some odd because of the bit of healing from the spirit.
Perfect. That came in clutch there for everybody too. All right. Then all of you jumping through... Oh, well, I guess that technically leaves Norok. Norok, you see them appear and then fall through the portal and disappear. You are the only one remaining. What are you doing? Jumping in. All right. Yep. Just as you do, you guys did manage to make it through within the round. It was going to be, basically after you had one solid round, and then after this, if anybody was still in there, there was going to be an increasing percentage chance that it would collapse on each turn thereafter. Sorry, actually, Ben, you do take one more blast of the explosion here. So another wisdom save. Put the thing up for you so you can just click that for ease.
Or wait, we had advantage, didn't we?
Yeah, you probably want to go ahead and use the advantage then.
Yeah.
From the Hero's Feast.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, there's nobody there to save you with a natural one either. All right, well that still fails, so it'll be full damage.
Technically,
Could be
half
worse.
damage, resistance.
Oh, half damage because of your resistance. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so 13
12,
more.
13,
Another
13?
13 again. Yeah, another 13.
Okay.
It's always round up on fractions of damage. All right, then you taking another blast of it, seeing the rest of your friends leap through. You jump into the exiting portal here. Let me move us over to the chamber. None of the music now. Another bug, I guess. That one doesn't stop, so I have to stop that manually. All right, this is again because of odd bugs. Everybody should be able to see this map. Everybody's portaled over, and you can see, right?
I see a map.
Okay. You guys are actually on here. Fox, where are you going? Where are you going, Fox?
I wasn't trying to move.
No, okay. Did it do that? Because that's what happens for me every time I click on
no,
any
I
of you.
clicked myself, but I was moving the WASD, and I didn't
see.
realize that
Gotcha.
would make me move now. So it's okay.
Oh wait, it didn't do that before?
No, not always.
I didn't realize the WASD was, not normal movement for you guys. All right.
It is normal movement for other things. It just
for most
didn't work
games,
for
yeah.
Here,
Yeah. They must have added it in the new update then. All right. So you all arrive you see each other at a distance, standing on top of those. Those are not cages, by the way. You're not inside of it. Those are just circles that are on the floor beneath you. Basically, the exit portals, like you'd seen in other parts of the place. So you are, in this room, able to see each other. You're not secure. What's the word? Like you're not restricted. You're able to react and move and everything. Just because those look like a cage, I didn't want you to think they were. All right, so you all arrive inside of it, though. You do see a woman that you obviously recognize to be Serana. Norok, she's actually kind of half covered from you, but there's a kind of pedestal thingy in the middle of this chamber, and she's on the other side of it. She is immediately tensed and points in the direction of Teravar and begins to cast something.
I am going. I'm gonna use counter spell, and I'm gonna yell at her to stop. I might. Well, no, I don't have counter spell yet. Just kidding. I don't have counter spell yet.
All right.
I will yell at her to stop.
What do I?
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage for
Fourth
Pogo
level.
and Sarah. Okay, you are going to do it 4th level. Okay. Are you in range? Yeah, 60 feet, right? Is counter spell?
I believe so.
Yeah, she's 45 from you, and you can see her. She's on the other side of that pedestal from you, but you can see her where you're at. Because she can't see you, she would potentially. Yeah. 21 is high, but I would not say high enough in this case. It would definitely need to be very, very high. Because remember these. So, political situation because it's been a little while.
Ooh.
She.
I thought it was 60. It doesn't say.
I'm pretty sure it's 60. It doesn't show. Wait, the ranges are gone now?
Creatures casting a spell through the wall. I don't see where it says the
Is
range.
is Sarah super? Is Becky super quiet, or am I just losing my mind?
Sounds normal to me.
Damn it! Oh, I'm gonna turn it all the way up.
Yeah, I don't see range on any of mine.
Great. I'm checking. I'm pretty sure it's 60. I'm just checking that real quick. Range is 60 feet. Yes. Yeah. So, and she's in 45. So you can definitely reach her. The situation, though, just as a reminder, because it's been a little while here, you guys were sent in here by Baibi and Serana and Ozzy, who are members of a group called the Shirako, which were the kind of resistance that were trying to overthrow the Khan. When you came into the facility here, Teravar was one of the middle managers of the place, and he's the one that you signed the contract with. He's an Erdeman, to also overthrow the Khan, but put him in power, not the Shirako. And you signed a contract to keep him and help him, ascend. Everybody got that? Everybody remember?
Yep.
Okay. So they, that being said, obviously Sharana and Teravar are not friendly, and she is preparing to attack him. Clearly, that persuasion, she doesn't pay you any attention whatsoever. But the counterspell is within range, so go ahead and mark off your spell slot, Sarah. Okay. She angrily looks in your direction, doesn't see anything. You're still covered in the immateria self.
Right.
Angrily steps to one side and is literally every time I fucking click something. Sorry, pardon the language, but I click something, and it just yanks you guys across the screen. Every token, just clicked her and it moved her across the screen for no reason. She is pointing in his direction again. I will say that that was her turn. So as far as initiative, if anyone wants to do something here, we can pop into initiative if we need to. But if anybody else, if anyone else wants to act here, you have a moment to do so as a reaction. Sarah, of course.
I am going to try to cast. I mean, I would be running towards her because I'm obviously pretty low on my stuff. I don't know, what kind of time we got here for like a real turn. Running towards her, and I'm going to cast. I'm actually gonna run towards her, and I'm gonna yell for her to. Let's see, how far away is she? Oh, I could just get to her. I'm gonna run towards her and try to grapple her arms, and I'm yelling, "Stop!" Yeah, I know. Great chance. Stop! He's working with us. I'm just gonna yell that to her.
Okay.
And I'm
you already had your
to...
persuasion, so I'm gonna have you do. I'm not gonna have you do another persuasion, but that is a physical attempt to do so. Go ahead and you can go ahead and move yourself over there. I'm afraid if I click you guys, I'm gonna fuck it all up again. So go ahead and move yourself.
Sarah would also move since she moved out of my line of sight.
Sure, go right ahead. Pogo and Sarah make perception checks. Arteme, you make one with advantage too, please.
Do you want me to do a strength check for?
Strength grapple. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, 4.
Yeah, that makes sense anyways for if you're being focused on something else. So, Arteme, you see a shifty-looking little halfling, not Pogo, the other shifty-looking halfling, trying to carefully sneak his way around, and he's kind of moving towards you. He's not looking at you. He's looking over at Taravar, and he is kind of sneaking his way in this direction. He's over about there right now. It's the former pig, Drevin. The one that you guys... Yeah, he was teleported in here as well. 18's pretty good for a little Pogo.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You do grab her arm and yank it down. A blast emits from her fingers. It's green in coloration. You don't recognize the spell. It's not a spell that you would never have been able to see before. It was enchanting in nature. I'll put it that way. But you didn't recognize it. That's not not an attack that you've seen before. I guess I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'm just going to again just try to make her realize that he's helping us currently.
Okay. She shouts at you. You brought a traitor here, and she shoves you down, or she tries to shove you away. Will be a, and then Norok and Nazim are going to hop to you guys in just a second, and Arteme as well.
I'm gonna use the braided lash to grab to put it around Drevin to keep him from disappearing.
Okay. Give me just a second there. She's trying to throw you off, Pogo. You managed to hold onto her arm. You're just being flung around a little bit while, holding onto one arm.
Can you hold on both arms? I got 2 hands.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, just by size alone.
Imagine I'm trying to hold onto her arm.
One. Okay.
I'm trying to hold onto her arms, and I'm trying to you ever watch the defender in basketball who's trying to who's the guy from got the ball, and he's just left, right. I'm just trying to keep between Serana and Tarvar.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay. All right. I mean, that was the end of your movement, was to get as far as you did there, but yeah, trying to interpose yourself as best you can. All right. He is. He's aware that you're there. Like I said, you guys are not obstructed. You're standing on top of circles. You're not inside of any structures. He is going to attempt to slip away from that there. Uh, 17. Oh, that's not a DC. That's an attack roll. Hang on, sorry. I thought it was a save. I mean, that hits his AC. So, let's see. How does that work? Oh, sorry. That was your... Okay, I was thinking this was the... Oh, geez. The spell that you used to use a lot. I was thinking that's what you were rolling, not the attack. Yeah, the Thornwhip. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Of, not
that's
the actual
a
hit.
cantrip, but
Yep.
like I have the green braided lash right now.
Okay.
That was
Target must
spell
succeed on a
slot.
DC 14 Strength saving throw or be knocked prone. He rolled a 16, so he succeeds with his strength. So he does. So I mean, it does hit him. You'll do the damage to him, but it does not restrain him. It's a DC 14 in the text there. You can go and roll the damage. I mean, you have to actually.
Didn't we have him tied up though?
His hands, but I mean, I'll
Right.
put it this way: that his hands do not currently look like they were tied up. He was not in. Remember, he was not inside the vault with you guys. You left him in the blood pens, and he was teleported out from there, giving him enough time to undo his hands.
Mm.
Go ahead and roll the damage, though, Fox. Sako or Norok. Oh, sorry, Nazim or Norok. What are you guys doing? You can choose who you want to go first.
Well, Drevin and I have a history, so I'm just
make a perception check with disadvantage to see if you noticed him. He was sneaking to make his way over there, and you're if you're focused on Taravar and Serana, you may not have been really paying attention to him being there. A little shifty halfling.
Disadvantage, you said?
Yeah. And Norok, he was really kind of almost directly opposite that pedestal there. Still a 19. Oh, hang on, it's that 6 though. That 6 isn't correct. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's adding 6 to all of your guys' ability checks, which isn't right. So you rolled a 9, you got a 13, sorry, which would not be successful. So, what are you doing otherwise without having noticed that Drevin was there? What are you doing, Nazim? You see Pogo hanging off the arms of Serana, trying to keep her from doing whatever it is that she was attempting to do. Presumably in hostile action towards Taravar.
All right. Well, I guess I'll assist Pogo. I'll lunge towards her and try and hold her other arm just to kind of Pogo a hand.
Sure. All right. Make a strength check.
And just try to.
If you have athletics proficiency, you can roll athletics either way, whether you have proficiency or not. We'll choose whether. Every time I even click these guys, dude, it's so frustrating. Because it's like I have to try to right click it and then left click it, and I don't know, I have to just a whole new muscle memory, I guess.
So athletics then. My athletics is
garbage. Yeah. I mean, all it'll be basically. So I know it's been a long time, of course, too. But basically, if you're not proficient in a skill, it'll just roll it and add your strength modifier, which is normal. If you are proficient, it will go ahead and add proficiency bonus. -1 from your strength, yeah. You're trying to grab her arm, but she's still flailing around as Pogo's trying to hold on to both of them. So you're trying, but she's already fighting back against Pogo. But if your turn.
Yep.
All right, Norok, what are you doing? You can. The thing is, he was directly opposite, and from that distance, I don't think you really would have had much of a chance to see Drevin anyways, Holmes. You can make one if you want to. I don't know if that it makes any difference for you if you would choose to or not. But he was basically, through the pillar there and on the lower side of the dais. I don't know if you really would have been able to see him at all.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna move that way because I can see the action going on over there. But if Drevin happens to catch my eye in the way, so I can do a perception check or whatever, then I'll probably go after him instead because I don't even know if there's room for me to. I'm sure I can see Pogo and Nazim trying to wrestle Serana.
Well, go ahead, and if you're halfway through your action and I see like it's going to be relevant there, then we'll have you roll for it.
And then if not, then I'm just gonna see if I can help to, either talk her down or hold her down. One of the two.
Go ahead and make perception with disadvantage.
Okay.
It'll be DC 20 for his stealth check.
I think I have advantage, so we'll just be straight.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because you're a buckler, sentinel buckler.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a weird little color burn on your hand.
Do not with that.
That is not good enough. Nope, you do not see him.
All right, then I'm going to just see if I can help keep Serana from blasting.
Okay.
Taravar.
Go ahead and athletics,
Okay.
which you do have proficiency on.
Yeah.
And now that there's 3 of you surrounding her, she'll have disadvantage on trying to fight back. Just from flanking rules.
Not that, huh? That's crappy roll.
It's not great, but with disadvantage. Yeah, she's. I mean, between you and Pogo at least, Nazim also trying to hold her still. You both have both of her arms pulled back,
Okay.
preventing her from being able to cast at the moment.
We're just gonna try to tell her it really is true. We needed his help. We need to tear him ourselves, so please don't kill him yet, because if you do, you have to kill us first. So.
All right. All right.
True, so.
In that case, then, Drevin is sneaking up behind Teravar. There is a Arteme, you would be able to see this, a brief glint of metal as he raises himself up as high as he can and sinks the knife into Teravar's back, probably just above the spine. It'll still be, hang on, his...
Good luck, little halfling.
Yeah, well, I mean... I mean, okay. Whether he would kill him or not, it may not really, matter that much, but I certainly would at least attempt. All right.
Guess we're killing Drevin.
Well, he doesn't actually have a spear, but it would still be the same attack roll, so I'll roll that. 22, that'll definitely hit. /R.
Wait, did he take the necrotic damage from the braided whiplash?
I didn't apply it. Did you roll it? I was looking for the roll.
I rolled the damage earlier, but I'm not
What
sure
the
how
fuck,
that goes.
Drevin? Where were you? Where was Drevin during all this shit?
You left him behind. I mean, he wasn't going to go in with you anyways. Oh, sorry, Fogg. I did see the roll. I see the roll route now. Rather, I did not apply it. Let me go ahead and put it on him there.
Okay, yeah.
Where's
Because
my
that's the other reason I used that one is because it does necrotic damage too.
I will apply it for you here. I saw the 6. Was that was just the melee, right? I didn't see.
That was just the braided lash, and then there was also there's supposed to be necrotic damage, but I'm not sure with the new system how that works.
Let me see. Braided green lash. 1d4 necrotic. Okay, so just roll a d4 as well, just a plain d4.
D4.
Yeah, because it was 6 damage from the whip itself, and I'll apply that to him, and then I'll also apply. Yeah, my freaking add-on for doing health is wrong, or it's not there. All right.
Really? Roll a 1.
It's all right. There we go. All right, that is applied. He did 66 with his backstab. He's a rogue, obviously. Teravar shrieks in pain and fury, spins around, obviously was not prepared to be attacked from behind. He is significantly wounded, spinning in place. You, of course, all recognize that this is an attack on someone you have an infernal contract signed with that you cannot get out of. Each of you take 1d10 of damage. 4 damage to each of you.
Sorry, didn't mean that.
It's all right. You can roll your own if you want to take 6 instead of 4, Holmes or Nazim. All right. He is.
That was not cool.
It's what happens. I mean, you guys were trying, of course, to prevent him from doing that. You remembering, of course, the situation. Drevin was trapped in there as a pig by, either Teravar or someone like him. You know what I mean? So clearly, he has other motivations here as well. All right.
Yeah, I don't care. We still saved him. He shouldn't be doing this.
All right. I mean,
whatever. He'll become an enemy. That's all the same to me.
Yeah, I don't really care too much about Drevin. Like, he's not.
Oh, you don't necessarily. Yeah, there's no reason for you to
Yeah,
necessarily.
we're gonna take whatever weapon he has because I think clearly does a decent amount of damage. So
I thought we
Oh, that's just rogue.
weapons.
Yeah,
that's
just
rogue.
a regular knife. Yeah, he's just a rogue. That's just backstab damage.
Where did he get it though? Because I thought we got all his weapons. Didn't Pogo take everything off of him?
You guys left him alone
Yeah,
for
there's
at
an
least
extra.
1 solid minute in a room full of dead skeletons with weapons. Remember? You guys destroyed all those skeletons in the blood pit where the pigs were down at the base, and he was left there
I
by
tied him up and
himself.
dragged him. Oh, right. My mic wasn't working, so that didn't go through.
Oh, it could have been. It could have been that day. Yeah. I mean, you did tie his hands, but he is a rogue. I mean, he's
Yeah, I
supposed to
tied
get
him
out
up,
of
but
that.
when we moved rooms, I had him tied on a leash and I dragged him with me.
Well, he didn't go into the chamber with you guys, though. He didn't go into the
Yeah,
phylactery vault, so he was
no,
still left
he didn't.
behind there. Yeah, go ahead and roll your guys' initiative. I don't know that it's gonna, you guys may still not need it. Go ahead and roll it just in case. That was all, effectively surprise round type stuff. So
Ugh.
Did I not roll?
I tried clicking a roll initiative, and then like somebody else's initiative popped up, so mine moved downwards.
I saw yours look normal to me, Fox. I don't know what it looked like on your side, but it looks
Oh
normal to
no,
me.
like on the tracker, I went to click on the roll button, but somebody else's.
Oh,
thing
I
went,
gotcha.
So my
You
my
think-
button moved down, and I'm like, oh, why isn't it rolling?
Yeah, I don't know. There's hopefully a bunch of things that I can either roll back or like turn off with this, because there's a bunch of things that like that constant spam of seeing your spell slots is super irritating. You guys don't see that, thankfully, or at least I don't think you are. But I get this constant spam here. I'll show you what I mean here. So Pogo, when you casted, no, you didn't even, because Becky casted counterspell. But these basically that anytime you guys make any kind of adjustments, you see it in Discord here. I see that all the time.
Oh, shit.
And it's not even just the one. Like if you just adjust one thing, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But you adjust one thing, Pogo, and I saw like 8 different lines. See that? It was 7 lines, I guess, of spell slot changes, even though you didn't change those things.
So does it happen when I just click on them?
Well, like Sarah, I see 5 lines now. I don't know if you even made any changes, Sarah, but I see 5 lines of spam of Sarah feeding of first level spell slots 1 out of 4, second level spell slots 3 out of 3, all of your spell levels for nothing.
Yeah,
like
weird.
Such a thing.
Yeah.
Are you getting it right now? Like if I just click on a spell to read it or something?
No, at least not now. I don't know what Sarah clicked, but I have those 5 lines from Sarah's last thing, and that was after Artemis' initiative roll. So yeah, it's just constantly spamming, so it's really irritating. So hopefully it's something I can turn off, or like, I mean, I don't know. I might be able to just roll it back to the earlier version and just leave it on that, but I don't know long term if that would be stable enough to. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's like this is growing pain stuff for a new version, so I'll figure it out. Anyways, let me go ahead and start that just in case, because we'll see how this plays out here. Norak, you are first. You are still holding her hands. If you intend to resume or continue doing that, it will take your action to do so, of course. Otherwise, you can, you and Pogo, of course, are both holding her hands. Nazim also trying to assist.
I'm gonna yell at everybody. Did we need driving alive? I can't remember, because if not,
we do not, but we do need Terravar alive.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give driving a good old smashing. Can I see him now? Is he visible now?
Oh yeah. I mean, he was not. As soon as he attacked Terravar, he was not trying to be stealthy about it. After that.
Okay.
He's yanked the knife back out and preparing to stab some more. Anybody a halfling with a giant yog gonna come smash it with an axe?
Yep.
It's
Sorry,
like-
Billy.
That does not seem, PC. That seems like it shouldn't be fair. It's a big bully of a little kid.
He brought this on himself, though.
He really did.
We were fine. I thought we were safe, but all right. Just in case, I'm gonna get angry first. Make sure.
Okay. I mean, it's not been a whole minute. You're still raged.
Okay. Well, yeah, because my thing doesn't fall after battle.
Yeah, you have like unending rage or whatever that is, that it only falls if you choose to, or if it's more than a minute, something like that. So
Okay.
you're still raged.
Smashing.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I was clicking you to try to freaking apply the thing, and I yanked you across the whole screen again. There you go.
All right.
But the color burn makes that look really weird. It looks all blue and purple instead of your normal red. Some tunes on for it, I suppose. Guile only fights without his eyebrows.
Nice.
That'll definitely hit Holmes.
Okay.
He is already bleeding pretty profusely from a hamstring wound where Arteme had wrapped the braided green lash that kind of ate into this muscle.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he didn't have a lot of hit points remaining. He's not a very very tough guy to begin with. Are you? Well, I'll leave it to you, I guess, how badly you want to mutilate him, or if this is non-lethal or whatever's up to you.
Not lethal. Let's just knock him out.
Okay.
What do you
So
guys
just
think?
whacking him with a haft across the head, then?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you literally could have just cleaved him in half if you so chose, so it's really up to you. But
You know what? No, I'm changing my mind. I've saw us do really
Looking for some new leather.
That was very well put together.
Some halfling leather.
His speech was perfect, so he convinced me with that move.
that speech.
He'll make
Yeah.
a pair of moccasins.
Yeah, That great soliloquy. All right, then in that case, he is cleft in twain. Some halfling bits splatter across the floor. He is easily torn in half. The bloody dagger falls to the ground.
Okay.
Bonus actions, movement.
No, I am good.
All right. In that case, that brings us to Serana. Serana is going to attempt to yank free of Pogo's grip. Hang on. She may have a better alternative now. Let me see. Now that there's not a Yogg standing next to her. If I can do this without flicking through and having to move her constantly. She would need those. Ooh. That would be fun, but maybe a bit early. Sorry, guys. Yeah, all right. She is going to angrily and frustratedly try to kind of backhand Pogo a little bit, and then disappear. If I can find the thing again. Come on. There it is. Sorry. There we go. And then reappear right there. Only 10 feet away, but enough to immediately break the grasp with her bonus action. And then...
Do I have my counterspell, my reaction back yet?
No, your turn has not come back yet, actually. It would be on your initiative when it comes back up. And is then going to... Oh, shit. Sorry. One, a little bit rusty, and two, trying to decide what would be an effective choice here. That wouldn't be great right now. She's going to, aiming in the direction... Well, you guys will see her in a moment. If I can click that. There we go, cool. I wasn't sure that was going to still work. Aiming directly in front of her, and including... it's clear she's sees you guys making a choice here that is not something she agrees with, and is hence, not friendly to you as well. Cone of Cold at Norok, Teravar, and Arteme. It is DC 18 con saves for you guys.
Wait, so she didn't even listen to Pogo or Norok when they said that we needed his help to get out? Did she just ignore that?
Oh, I just moved him again.
She's just ignoring it. She's being a real C-word, if you know what I mean. A crumb bum.
The persuasion was a 21, and considering these guys are mortal enemies, she would have needed quite a bit higher than that. For Teravar, DC 18.
Well, kind of useless to try and convince people, so...
I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. You just need, So the DC, basically 30 is considered nearly impossible. 25 is very hard. 20 is hard. 15 is medium. 10 is easy, and so on. That's what
my modifiers for any of that, like intimidation, persuasion, or anything else, is abysmal.
Oh, you mean your stats? I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yes,
what you read.
I meant stat-wise, I'm pretty much useless for this, so it's gonna have to be Pogo or somebody else.
Hey, I've rolled a few 32s, 34s.
You have, yeah. I mean, you've beaten extremely difficult odds before plenty of times. So, all right, 30 damage to Teravar, 30 damage to Norok. Arteme, go ahead and roll your DC 18 con save.
So we do not want to kill Serana. We want to try to keep her alive if we can.
She is...
We can't mortally wound her, though. Get her very low.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do it however you choose. Okay, so 30 damage to you as well, Arteme.
I'm down.
Oh, you're unconscious?
She was already really low. She barely made it out of the
vicinity
blasts. Yeah. All right, so Arteme is unconscious.
I had like I had 20 some odd hit points, 25. We took 4 damage when Trevor was hit, so I had 21, and now I'm just down.
And Healing Spirit was already gone. I'll take that off. All right, that is it for her turn, though. Bring us to Nazim.
All right. We got to whittle her down, weaken her up a little bit. Let's go ahead and...
We'll restrain her and talk to her.
And the body is easily restrained when it's barely conscious.
It is
Yeah, but we need
easier.
her conscious to be able to, like, I don't know, listen?
We can just non-lethal her when she gets out, though, like I was going to do with Travis.
Alright. Well, I'll have her offensive attacks, so I can whittle her down.
You can't non-lethal Eldritch Blast, though, if that's your goal.
Yeah.
Good point, huh?
Yeah.
She's still full health, though, pretty much, right?
She does not look wounded at all. Yeah, she was not in any combat whatsoever. She was literally waiting in this portal room to get to teleport you guys back out. So,
All right, for now, then, I guess I will. I don't have my fourth cast. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and whittle her down a little bit then for now.
okay.
So Eldritch Blast level 17. That's 4 shots.
Okay.
Um,
You are right next. Well, you are far enough away to not be at disadvantage. You're 10 feet away, so you can cast like normal.
okay, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. I'll sit and hit T.
4 shots. T for target. 4 for Toki. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That hits. Really annoying having to left click and then, or right click and then left click every time. 15 will not hit. Oh, sorry, that was the damage. Sorry. Yep, keep going.
All right, second one.
That'll hit. All right, nice. Another 15.
Okay, third attack.
That'll hit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jeez. Okay, so this is where I'm starting to wonder, like, if other things are broken. You rolled 3 max damage in a row. With that and the friggin' 6s being applied to shit that weren't supposed to. All kinds of busted things. And a natural 20, that's good. Seeing a lot of those anvils today.
So, this is a advantage or critical?
No,
hit,
so
sorry?
you'll roll the damage like normal, and then it's just double whatever the dice. In fact, we're
It says
eventually.
critical hit here.
Okay, yeah, click that then. Yeah, if
you go.
it's built in. See, this is okay. Now that's less. This is what I don't like about the default D&D system for critical hits. Is you got a critical hit and it was less than the 3 others that were just regular hits.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna apply
That's
that
how
as if it was
broken?
15. This is how regular D&D is. Normally I use what's called brutal criticals. It's like a homebrew rule where the first dice is automatically maximum, and then you just roll a second die, so it's just automatically going to be significant more. Because basically you automatically get max damage for a regular hit, and then still a little bit more. But the system, that's why I just went ahead and applied that like normal, or as if it would have been the brutal critical. So it's kind of similar to how Ben's brutal critical thing works.
50, what is that, 55 damage?
60 total.
60.
It would have been 55 with just the regular roll, but yeah, 60.
All right, that's it for my 4 casts.
All right.
If I were to use a reaction, I would or would not be able to use a reaction if she did anything funky.
Well, it depends what it is. So that isn't a flat rule. How reactions work is it has to be a specific trigger. So if you had something like counterspell, for example, you couldn't use that for no reason. But if somebody was trying to cast a spell within range, then you could use it for that trigger. So you'd have to be more specific, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
In the event that she spins around in retaliation, I'll ready up my Entropic Ward if possible.
Is Entropic Ward a reaction spell?
It's a reaction, 1 use with a short rest.
What's the trigger? What does it say?
Once per
reaction
short
to what?
rest, when a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can
Okay,
use a
yep.
reaction to impose disadvantage.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So if she does turn to try to attack you, you could definitely use that for your reaction,
Okay.
which you haven't
I'll
used yet
just,
this turn, so you definitely could.
All right, I'll just relax and be prepared in case she does something.
All right. That brings us to Sarah.
How does
You
she
are still
look?
invisible. What's that?
How does she look?
She's injured but not bloodied.
I don't know if I don't want to accidentally kill her. fuck it. Sarah's pissed.
All right.
Like, so she's got to make a 19 con save.
She shouts to you, What happened? Why are you trying to help them? We sent you in there to stop them.
You sent us in there to stop the con. He's helping us do that.
And without him, we wouldn't be alive right now. So you can thank him for where we're at. Because the con's dead, right? The con should be dead.
No,
We just destroyed the phylactery.
Yes.
We destroyed
You
all the phylacteries.
We wouldn't have been able to destroy the phylactery without his help because we would have died at that point. But I can't say any of this because
and we've bound protection.
It's true. The Artemis is bleeding out.
Protection to him. So
I don't have any healing spells. Otherwise, I would heal Artemis.
Yeah. We've binded our protection to him. So if you're fighting him, you're fighting us.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you click Blight there.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make persuasion with disadvantage, Sarah.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get like a straight roll because Pogo's helping me.
He already tried and failed is the thing. He already tried his roll, so.
No.
Oh, so close too. So close. Without that default. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, it's still not close because you saw that stupid +6 on there, which you know.
Oh, where did that come from?
Don't know. I don't know where that's coming from at all. Like you had the the +5 from your modifier, which is fine. The +6 is not, and then you had the D4 subtracted. So
that's weird because that wasn't on my perception. Which
is
was
it just
on
throwing? Is it throwing in the proficiency added onto it? Are you proficient in persuasion?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's your proficiency score then. If you're proficient in persuasion, right?
But hang on, no, because but you wouldn't. Hang on. Does
11.
But warlocks don't have proficiency in wisdom saves, which is what was on Nazim. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't have it on my perception.
He does have proficiency in wisdom.
So I've got a check mark under my charisma, which is proficiency,
that's where it's coming from then.
And I've got a check mark under dexterity, which is proficiency.
Well,
so
that's fine. The wisdom didn't make sense for warlocks to have it from wisdom, but you must have gotten it from somewhere because you only have 2. You basically all classes get 2. You get your primary class and then one other one. So he has charisma and wisdom. I don't know where the wisdom's coming from for warlock, but I thought it was. I didn't think that was wisdom. I thought it was con. But that's it. I mean, that's where the check is. And he doesn't have it on the other, so that must be where it's coming from. It has to be the proficiency that. In that case, that is almost enough. It was 25 you needed to beat. It's 24 is what you got. Because of the minus D4, presumably. Because you rolled a 2 on the D4, yeah. But she did fail to save. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, okay. Damage.
Alright, 26. There we go. Still a little bit above bloodied. Definitely screaming, though, and in a lot of pain after these, diseased leaves settle on her skin and begin to burn through. Any further actions or bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm going to use... I can say 14. That should be 10. I'm going to use another one, so I'll be down to 9. What? No. I don't know why that just did that. I'm going to use the sorcery point to quicken a spell for a bonus action. I'll fix my sorcery point later.
Okay.
To do... I guess we'll just do a firebolt.
Okay.
Maybe somebody needs to yell at Trevor to try and talk to her.
I don't think him talking is going to do a whole lot of good.
I don't know, but it would be something if they could get a dialogue between them. That'd be great.
These are just opposing factions. Both of them kind of have the same goal, but they're, different ideas of how to approach that goal, I suppose.
Yeah, I get that, but if they have this common goal, there could be a compromise to where they could work towards it together without trying to kill us.
Sure. I agree. I'm just the DM. I barely hit Sarah. Go ahead and roll the damage. Oh, jeez. You got friggin' leveled up cantrips now. Alright, 19. Another blast. She is now bloodied. That is also that in D&D the new version, the one that just came out, the 2024 version of 5e, bloodied is an actual condition now, meaning that it's okay for me to tell you guys when creatures hit half health, basically. I've always been kind of, told you anyways, just for the sake of just, transparency and everything. When you're physically looking at a creature, to kind of give it a general idea of whether they're, in bad shape or not. But it's an official one now, so it's like officially okay for me to tell you guys now.
That is my turn.
Okay. How long? That immateria was 10 minutes, right?
It's an hour.
An hour. Okay. And you put it in right before you went through the portal, if I remember right. Okay, and you guys were in there for 10 rounds. Well, 11 rounds technically, by the way. So you still have quite a ways. You're only in there for a little over a minute.
Like willingly drop this. I'm just invisible for an hour, right?
You can wash it off. Yeah, you can choose to wash it off. But yeah, I mean, you would need water and everything to be able to do so, of course. But or a whole bunch of mayonnaise. I guess mayonnaise would probably do it if you wanted to use the jar, the alchemy jug.
I mean, you don't need to use it for mayonnaise. Come on now.
I think it'd be funnier though. maybe the oils and mayonnaise are what exactly is needed to dissolve the immateria stuff. All right,
and then to get the mayonnaise off, you got to put a bunch of chewing gum on yourself. That's how you get mayonnaise off.
And then to get the chewing gum, you got to.
Yeah.
All right, like the give a mouse a cookie thing. Isn't that what it is?
I don't know.
It was one of those kid stories ones of like, you give the mouse a cookie and then you give the cat the mouse or whatever.
Wants a glass of milk. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one was a woman that swallows a fly and then she needs to get rid of the fly, so she swallows a spider.
Yeah. I think that's closer. Yeah.
All right. Taravar is obviously very angry and frustrated being attacked, having just come through here. Someone that he sees you guys are allied with. He, of course, knows that you have no choice but to try to defend him. He is kind of looking in frustration at all of you. Should I just kill her?
No. We kind of need her.
He is going to.
Real quick, do we though? Looking around outside of this, are we still inside the place? Are we still kind of stuck in here?
You're still in the deep vaults. You're not in the phylactery, but you're not down in the center of the planet. You're just below the
we're
surface,
still
basically.
In the building. We're not we don't see sky.
Correct. You're still inside. Yes.
All right. There's no grass or trees, so yeah.
And there's no doors here either. You will need means of teleporting your ways out of here.
Then we actually probably do need her to get out of here, and. You don't want if you're going to try to work with the new government ruling order here, you probably don't want to be your first thing to murder someone. You guys need to eventually work to be allies.
He chuckles. He says, I can just raise her back up if we need to. But he is going to point in her direction. I think this will work. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that Nazim has used it this way before. Let me see. It doesn't seem like you should be able to just use this to trap somebody, though. Make... Shit. No, that'd be just barely too far. I don't think that will work. Alright. That would be an asshole move.
What, have him cast something that hits all of us?
Well, I mean, he literally was in her direction right now is Nazim right behind him, and it would hit Nazim as well, which would Nazim is already low, so it would put him down too. Which, I mean, he does want you guys still alive, so wouldn't be beyond him to be that selfish, but does potentially realize that your guys' value is better when you're standing. He is going to step away from her to this side, prompting an opportunity. She will not use her reaction for it, though, and is going to then... So, meaning ignoring that. And then... Whoops. Casting that. For a DC 18 dex save on her. So irritating. Oh, sorry. No, that's dex. That's not magic. So she succeeds, so still half damage. And then Pogo, you're up next.
All right.
Right, 13 to her. And it is your turn.
Okay, I think everyone has spread out a little bit enough from her. Let me take a look and see. I was going to do this earlier, but I might be able to do it. Where?
Remember, Artemis is still bleeding out on the ground down there.
Oh, 20-foot sphere. Never mind. Oh, she is? All right. Well, never mind then. I am going
I'm just trying to remind everybody that Artemis might need help.
I'm going to yell healing word to Artemis.
Okay.
Get the fuck up.
What's the range on that?
I think it's 30 feet, so I'm going to have to move. Oh,
Yeah,
what happened?
she's
I don't have
40.
permission to browse the host file, whatever the fuck that means.
What?
It gave me a weird error for Foundry, but it didn't take off my spell slot, so let me do that.
It shows it to me. It shows 3 out of 4. Now, okay, now I just got spammed of all of them. Here, I'll show you what I mean.
Oh. Alright, so I will move here. Wait, what is the fucking distance? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 60 feet. So I don't actually have to move.
Okay.
So it's 60 feet, so she is... Yeah, I'm getting a sequencer get files error. You don't have permission to browse the host file system.
Oh, okay. When you said host file, I thought you were talking about, hosts file.
Nah. Alright, so... You get 8 hit points back.
Right, Artemis, you are conscious again with 8 hit points.
Alright, and for Serana...
You can try convincing again. It's still disadvantaged, but you can try. If you
Yep.
so choose.
I'm going to yell at her that this would have failed, and none of us would have made it out of here alive if it hadn't been for this, for Taravar. And we may have made a bargain for our lives to be twined with his for now. So please stop fighting.
We'll say a flat roll. I mean, you guys.
I bet you guys have a similar goal. Your methods might be different, but please just talk about the goal.
All right, so coughing blood up. You try to mumble that out while you're coughing blood up and listening to Pogo's attempt to convince. All right. She still, obviously, 10 still, they're not ready to lay down arms just yet, either of them. But she's starting to listen, it seems. She gets the impression, of course, that all of you attacking her, she has very little chance. You can see that she recognizes.
I am going to move in between the two of them.
Okay.
And put my hands out to both my sides, kind of like they're velociraptors from Jurassic World.
Okay. All right. You attempting to calm them down between the two of them. That if your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. That brings us to Artemis. Artemis, you are still prone, of course, but you are conscious again with very few hit points.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't really have much in the way of spell slots right now. So I don't really have much I can do. How badly hurt is Taravar?
They're both... She's a little worse off than he is. They're both around half hit points.
Okay. I kind of want to heal myself, though.
I mean, of everyone, you and Nazim are both, on death's door. Everybody else is better off than you guys are right now.
Okay. I think I have it. Yeah, unfortunately don't have a spell to heal both. Did I get my Choker of Stars back, or is that already used?
You definitely used it a bunch. You used it in the vampire fight, if I remember right. But I don't know how many charges used. That would not have come back with the potion, though. That's an item that comes
I didn't
back
use
with
the potion, though.
Okay. Right.
What does it come back with? A long rest?
The dawn, I think. Yeah.
Oh, dawn. Okay, yes. I won't have that back unless it's the next day.
No, not yet. It's still 12:15 a.m. Just after midnight.
Yeah. Okay. How bad is Nazim off then?
Nazim?
I am very much in pain and hurting and bleeding.
Okay. I am gonna go over to you then. Where are you? Do I have enough movement?
Well, you had to stand up, so you probably don't have enough movement to make it there. Maybe half your movement to stand up from prone.
Okay, so that's out because that was the better healing spell. Guess I'll use the other one instead.
Okay. My healing word is at range, but yeah, Cure Wounds is touch only.
Yeah,
so.
Cure Wounds is touch, but Cure Wounds is like a D8, and the other one is a D4.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have targeted him first. You get a 9.
So good heal.
Perfect. Thank you. 9.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that your turn, Arteme.
Yeah, that's it for now.
All right.
I'm literally tapped out from everything.
All right. Well, let's start of the next round. Norak, it is your turn. Both Taravar and Serana are like hands held up, like think Mexican standoff where they're both ready to pull the trigger type of thing, facing each other and prepared to blast each other. Over Pogo's swinging hands, the basketball analogy was apt, where he's swinging his hands above his head, trying to, prevent them from being able to attack each other. What are you doing?
I'm going to hold my action to. You know what? I'll just hold my action to grapple Serana if I need to, but I'm not going to unless she tries to attack anybody else again.
You can just attach Drevin to your belt.
That's a good idea.
This is the warning. This is what happens to halflings that make a young man.
Shrink his head.
All right. Then in that case, he's dead, having been cleft in twain. That's the hand thing. Okay, I knew, I remembered it, but I was trying to picture it and I couldn't remember exactly the scene. So, I was thinking more the swinging hands above head, closer to that one. So I'll go, anyway,
That's true to character.
that's probably Pogo thinks he's doing
I'm not
A,
a
but is
Muppet.
actually doing B.
Not Kermit the Muppet.
But he definitely thinks he looks cool doing the A, but probably looks more like doing the second one. Yeah. Anyway, all right. For her part, then it is her turn. She's cautious in the attempts to dismiss her, and like I said, it's clearly dawned on her that she doesn't have a chance here, that with all of you ganging up on her she would lose, so she's trying to take a moment to breathe, I guess. Why would you bring him here? You were sent in with one purpose. You went in and betrayed us just like that?
No, we went in to, by the way, an absolute death trap with no way to get out or even do what we were supposed to do. So this man, and I'm going to kind of point to Taravar, this man was able to actually, he doesn't have any love for the Khan, and he has some of his own thoughts about how maybe this new government should run, and I think you need to listen to him. I don't think you need to be enemies, and you need to work together to find a new solution for this governing body of whatever you plan on moving forward with this new aspect of your country.
So you would replace the Khan with someone of his same ilk, of another of the same group? That's what he is.
He doesn't necessarily agree with the Khan, though.
He doesn't necessarily agree
with...
with...
He got shoved in that prison and couldn't leave. Whether he was a warden or not.
So long story short, we did what we were supposed to do. But in order to do that, we made a deal with Taravar that you would work with him for this new government. And we are going... Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. None of this would have happened. It would have all been for naught. All the planning, all the decisions, all the time and effort that went into this entire plan, the only reason it succeeded was because of his help.
What is this deal that you've made?
We have to make sure that we keep him alive to the best of our abilities. And that means, unfortunately, fighting you or others, then we're going to have to do that to the best of what we can. We want you to just sit down and speak with him and be courteous and kind until we find a solution, a political solution.
Taravar's grinning at this. He's clearly amused by the situation that you guys have gotten yourselves in here. He hasn't said anything. So you've made a deal with the devil to replace one tyrant with another? Why would you do this? Better to die. You know how many of our people have died in this cause? I know this isn't your... She kind of looks over towards Nazim. Any of the rest of yours country to be concerned about, but why would you make this choice?
Did you not want the Khan to, and all the other high-ranking officials among the Khan? Did you not want them gone? Did you just want to keep going?
We
do,
but
keep doing that for another 5-6 years?
What's to stop him from doing the same thing? He could build a whole nother vault and start it all over again.
Well,
We're going to make sure he doesn't.
Yeah, we're going to sit down. We're going to work this out. As of right now, no offense, Teravar, he's not the Khan. He doesn't have the power that the Khan would have or has. He is a person, and he has ideas, and he is someone else that... You're not the only person that thinks they have the best ideas as to how to run this country. And I think you guys need to work together and, at minimum, come to the table as allies here until you work something out.
You see Teravar, Artebe, you would definitely notice this, and possibly Pogo as well. Sarah, you couldn't from your position. He winks at her, and it looks gross. It looks creepy.
I'm just gonna say, can I also point out that we also have to try and deal with the faceless people in the other country. So what happens here, whether this gets settled or not, we still have to deal with that threat, which is gonna end up here anyway. So
The concerns of the Empire are very minimal interest to me, she says.
yeah, but the problem is those faceless people aren't just going to stay there. They're going to take over there and then try and take over here or whatever else. So either way, you're going to have to deal with them at one point or another, whether they're concerned now or later. And we still need to try and help them too. So we did the best we could in a difficult situation to try and get A, the mission done, and B, try and figure out a way to move on, like move along.
Do you have, I'm going to ask Serana, do you have people in place to take the Khan out right now? Or is that something else you have to try to do?
We have some manner. We have I'm going to say something that might make some of you laugh if you followed the news much. We have the concepts of a plan.
Was that also a pun?
Kind of, a little bit.
Yeah. Right. Well,
real quick,
I mean,
I think what I just saw there, and Nazim, you can fill in there. You guys saw Nazim not involved in the conversation directly, but walk around, and then I'm guessing kneel down over the halfling body there that was cleft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just getting some leather.
He's got to get some skin.
Gross.
Skin of the game.
It's one thing when it's an animal or like a creature, like a monster or something. This is like a little halfling dude.
Wait, before he gets blood everywhere, I'm just gonna strip him of weapons.
All right, sure. Yeah.
So where we are right now, we need to get out of here, and I need you to inform anyone else that you're working with that as of right now, Teravar is under our protection, and we want him to be part of this new political solution. And until we all come to an agreement, we will be putting our lives on the line for him. And hopefully that doesn't mean fighting any of you, because we do not want to do that.
She's beginning to slowly lower her arms down. Teravar still kind of looking very pleased with himself. Yeah. He's very satisfied with how this has all turned out. It's clear.
I still kind of want to shoot him, but like,
well, I mean, you physically can't, but but I absolutely get the urge. But she kind of slowly realizes there's no way for her to win this. Basically, is you kind of see this kind of look of defeat crossing her gaze. She begins to lower her arms. At the very least, if the current goal is to replace the Khan, I can't stand by him being the one doing it, but we still have to deal with that first, so we can.
I mean, the only thing I agreed to was to get him out of here and start negotiations. Like, that was my part of the agreement.
Well, so the agreement, just to be clear, is that you guys cannot harm him, and you have to protect him until he is on the throne. Once that happens, the contract is ended, and you can do what you choose after that. Once he's ascended, you're no longer indebted to him in any way. Meaning, you just leave, or you can try to kill him, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Again, his position, as far as you know, is not necessarily a bad thing anyway, but what she said is true, in that he could just now that he has power, build a whole new phylactery vault and start it all over again.
So I think part of these discussions politically is going to be if you are on the throne, it can't just be maybe you guys come up with a council, or perhaps a couple maybe a judiciary or some sort of Congress that could also take some of the burden and weight off of ruling. But maybe we all figure this out somewhere that's not here, at a table with food and wine, that we can all relax and discuss where to go from here with the next form of government here. I think there's got to be a way to compromise for everyone.
With her kind of somewhat at rest, no longer quite as tense, then if he is agreeing not to attempt to kill me here, we may as well begin our planning then. I mean, this room is safe. Nothing can get to us in here unless I teleport out. So, what's the plan? If you've chosen to support him in his attempt to succeed, then what are we doing from here?
Honestly, I kind of thought the con was going to die. I thought there was a plan to get the con immediately.
So Pogo knows better. That's okay that Justin doesn't, because basically we talked about this once right when you guys first came into this place, but it's been so long now. Destroying the phylacteries just means that they don't come back to life if they die. Yeah. If they die now, they're dead.
Okay, so the plan going forward is A, find a way to kill the current Khan and all of his entourage. B, find a solution for what you guys want to do for the ruling party, which is kind of like the two factions need to figure out something out between themselves.
Yeah. I'm not sure that Serana, do you think you have the authority right now to have this entire discussion? Shouldn't we bring you and Taravar and whoever else is in charge for these decisions together so that we can all just get it? We don't want to have these conversations over and over. Let's just go to where we need to discuss it.
That was the plan until you brought him into this. We did not intend to replace one tyrant with another. We intended to replace it with a democracy.
All right. Taravar, what do you think about that?
He chuckles. We already discussed my plan.
What if there's a democracy that also has...
That is perfect, Sako.
Yeah. Listen. Maybe you... Taravar, what if could you be open to sitting on the throne and having, listen Serana, some other form of democratic government around you, so it wasn't just you being the sole ruler? And Serana, again, I don't know if you have the ability to just say yes to these agreements, so we'll have what we can here. But is this something that if you were at a table sitting with these, in order to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen to you that happened to the last con, coming up with a compromise, you'll still be a very powerful man. How about that, Serana? What if we make some sort of new government where it's not just a diplomatic area of just whatever you're thinking? Again, I don't know what you're thinking. I haven't seen any charts or graphs or plans or flip books or Venn diagrams.
She kind of nods a little bit. It isn't my position to decide. It's not my place. The Ozzy is the leader of the Shirako, and we would need his input at the very least. But it isn't just him either. We need the entire group and the other nobles who should be involved in a properly led governance.
How about this, Serana? Do you have the authority to... The reason I'm doing this is, no offense, Taravar, I don't think we want to just hang out with you the entire time. We want to make sure you're safe, and we want to make sure all these other people aren't going to murder you.
Oh, well, he interrupts. Oh, well, it won't be much time. We're going straight from here.
Where?
So you plan on just going up to the Khan and killing him?
Absolutely. Strike while the iron is hot. I can't give him time enough to build another phylactery.
I mean,
take your time to rest if you so need, but we leave from here to go kill the Khan.
So that solves one problem.
How do I have hit dice back? Did we do a...
Probably a level up probably broke it or something.
Oh, that's what broke it.
Like, you guys used... I don't think you all used all of yours, but yeah, you guys definitely...
I used all my hit dice. I'm pretty sure all my hit dice are on.
Okay.
So listen,
picked up halfling back end leg skin.
What do you think of that, Serana? If we go and as a group we kill the Khan, could that be all right within your plan, or is that not going to work?
As everything that has been discussed thus far, that is the only thing that I've been amenable to.
I mean,
it won't be easy, certainly, but I mean, at least if he's on our side for that helps our odds. I don't like that he intends to sit the throne after. You realize he already has a phylactery, right? I mean, we literally are just replacing it with the Khan with another lich of similar ilk. We're starting the process all over again.
Well, maybe if you had given us a better idea of what we were walking into, this wouldn't have happened. But clearly you had bad information, so we did what we could.
I want to remind you guys of something, too. You guys learned, possibly from what Teravar had told you a little bit, that you were kind of sent in there almost sacrificially. They did not... At least Teravar gave you the impression that the Sirocco, Maibi, Ozzy, Serana, all of them did not expect you to survive. They expected you to die down there. Hopefully succeed and then die. They did not think you would make it out. And partially the only reason you did make it out was because of Teravar. Sorry.
Well, we wouldn't have succeeded without the deal, which is the problem.
Potentially, yeah. Sorry, Sako, what did you say?
No, we should visit Khan. We have the right to peacefully assemble.
This isn't a union. Oh, well. All right. Oh, okay. I didn't even remember that quote from that, sure. From the shaman.
Sarah is off in the corner kind of mumbling to herself, and I'm going to send you something in my character channel. It's to Ozzy.
All right.
She's using the earring.
All right.
And just to him. And then I will come back over and join.
That first line in that, you left a detail out that he is not aware of. Do you want me to assume that you did fill him in on that detail?
Hang on.
Sorry, the second sentence, third sentence in there. There's a detail in there that Ozzy was not aware of, and you didn't mention it in this message, but if you want me to assume that you did tell him that, that's fine. I just need to know, because that may change things.
I am not sure what you're talking about.
So. All right, I will type it back to you here.
Oh.
Got that?
There we go.
That makes sense?
Yeah, no, she put that in there for a reason.
Okay, all right. Yeah, if you intended to leave it vague in that sense, and then, following up afterwards, that's totally fine too. I just needed to know if you were making him aware of that detail or not.
Yep, no, Bob, I was making him aware that there was something, not necessarily who, just that we don't have a choice.
Okay.
I still think, shouldn't we get out of here, rest for a minute, and then do that, or is this, we're going straight from here to kill the Khan?
You can rest here, Teravar says.
And we get one night. Or is that too much?
I mean, so this space is safe. You got this. Serana had told you this before you guys had gone into. She could bring you here and let you rest here, but if you tried to do that in the middle of the, while you're still assaulting the deep vaults, then they, would have increased security. So you guys did it all just fine. But now you are safe enough here that you could rest and then teleport straight to the Khan's palace. You don't know where necessarily, but you could go after the Khan after a long rest if you so choose.
How about this? How about we take a day, and then we go to the Khan, and Teravar, listen, I love your energy, man, but we are fucking tapped. And if you want the best help we could give you, we will need to rest just for one day. One long rest. And Serana, maybe while we're doing that, you two can discuss the possibilities and changes of how this government should run. And maybe you can even reach out to some of your contacts and let them know that tomorrow is going to be the day that this country changes leadership, and they can get on board with killing anyone that needs to be killed that was part of that the last government that would be problematic.
Which, remember too, just to put another note on that too, what you just said there, is that all of the phylacteries you destroyed were not just the Khans, it was also all of his advisors and so on. So those that you destroyed, those people being killed means that
Serana, I'm gonna assume that you and your cohorts already know the people that would need to be murdered. I'm not a big fan of murder, but there's hopefully some of those people are just not needed to be killed, but I'm gonna assume you guys already have a plan for that. So why don't we rest on it? You and Teravara can discuss. We will get one evening of rest, and then tomorrow the con can die.
Yeah, you can even talk over wine. I'm pretty sure we have some Isco wine in the bag still.
Yeah, while constantly throwing up and fighting back the nausea, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So we are at time here. Let's do this. If you guys, so will be, that plan is perfectly fine. All that is suitable. They both agree that is a good way to go about it. You can potentially bring maybe one, maybe even both potentially. Taravar is going to go with you, but he may not be. He might be just hiding. He may be invisible so that he makes it safely to the place. But Serana may actually help you guys fight through it if you guys, are willing to convince her or so on. If you guys want to discuss plans in the chat or whatever, that's fine too. It will be, a dungeon in the sense that it'll be fighting your way through a palace, and then to the Khan's throne room and trying to kill them off. They are very strong. It just, they're not weakened because the phylactery is destroyed. It just means that if they die, they die. They don't come back. So it, will be, a whole dungeon of the palace basically to make your way through, if that makes sense. So that's where we'll be at. Everybody good for? Hang on, I can't. Next Friday is the day after Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
I can't do it. I can't do it
I
next Friday.
Yeah. So I know
I'm
Fox
good on
is
the
yours, but
6th.
the 6th.
On the 13th.
Okay. Anybody not good for the 6th?
I am not good for the 20th.
And Sokko's out of the country here before too long. Was that March, Sokko?
Yeah, March.
Okay, that's still a ways off then. All right. All right, so plan on 6th and 13th then. I'll put that in the event calendar, and we will pick up there.
All right, guys.
I have a question.
Yep, what's up,
Talk
Mark?
For the prepared
I'm gonna roll out.
So, all the prepared